versus Cats after this. Neeb versus Ender, and last but not least, Revival versus Slam. So we still got 3 more best of 5s. Super
and
excited.
A couple more
for this.
ZVZs coming up. So
Yeah.
TVZ and a couple
Dude, I'm
ZVZs.
excited. I haven't casted StarCraft way too long. It's been like a month.
It's good to have you back, buddy. Let's go ahead and hop into game number 3 between KingKong and Nestea, where we can see spawning the top left-hand corner of Daedalus Point, the Blue Zerg player, KingKong. A guy that we didn't know very well prior to today, and a guy who may very well be remembered as a flash in the pan, as Nestea is wasting no time powering through his first 2 maps. Of course, Nestea is the red Zerg spawning down here in the bottom right. Daedalus Point is an interesting map in ZVZ because of this. Look at this natural. This is a hard natural to take.
Just make a wall of evolution chambers. You're fine.
Yeah, you could wall from like here to the hatchery. You could try to spread creep and do this. 1, 2,
Ben,
3,
do both.
4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. The 10 Evo chamber wall.
No, is it really 6? Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man. Maybe you can get it down to
maybe
5.
5 and a queen or 2.
Yeah. Yeah, just wall off with evolution chambers.
Nestea's up to something.
Gas first.
Some very fast gas.
This is going to be a fast metabolic boost, most likely. You get the gas first a lot of times so that it times out when the spawning pool finishes. You have exactly 100 gas.
So here's what's going on right now, guys. Both players getting the fast extractor followed by the spawning pool. I feel like it was faster than a 14 gas, but I could be wrong. Either way, the Speedling opening reigns supreme here because of what we were just kind of talking about. This is not a natural that's easy to defend. If you take a hatchery, you cannot defend your hatchery and your ramp at the same time. When you're looking at maps in ZVZ, you have to say, is it safe to expand? Can I defend my ramp and my hatch at the same time? That's the key component to a ZVZ map. And the answer on this map is no, you cannot, which means Speedling reigns supreme. That was the case on Tal'Dorei Malcher back in the day. That is the case on Daedalus Point right now.
The build I like on this map the most is probably 14 pool, 13 gas, and then 14 hatch. Sounds a little bit weird. It's similar to the 14 pool, 15 hatch, but you add a gas in there. And that gas is going to give you metabolic boost to defend against a lot of cheeky one base all-ins, and at the same time give you pressure against anyone that has the audacity of going 15 hatch.
So we have a cheeky one base build coming from not
cheeky.
1 player, but 2 players. Baneling all in.
And Roach all in.
On the way from KingKong, and yes, indeed, a Roach all in from Nestea.
Nestea getting outplayed.
And yeah, that's exactly right. Roach all in does not actually fare that well off of 1 base against a Speedling-based all in. 1 base Roach production can't really keep up with 1 base Ling production, and those Lings are just going to swarm everything. Now that changes if Nestea can reach a critical mass of Roaches. If he can reach a point where the Lings can't just surround and crush. And that's going to change further if Nestea decides to add Banelings later.
Well, I actually like this. He's going to be using the Roaches not for an attack, but just strictly for a defense. If he gets 4 Roaches out, boom, he has 2 packs of Baneling snipes. And then he still gets a metabolic boost. Like, why would you get Roaches if you're getting metabolic boost? It's because he's still keeping the Zerglings very relevant, but at the same time having a staunch defense.
Oh, is that a tight wall?
Oh, no,
it's
no,
not
it's
a
not.
tight wall. Ling squeeze past. Banelings speed past as well.
It's okay, he has Spine Crawl.
It's not done yet. And Nestea's going to lose some drones. This is painful. Roaches are coming back. So are the Speedlings. How many drones have died? 3 drones? Maybe a 4th. No, he's going to defend. So,
and he's getting the Baneling nest, so he is doing an attack.
That's
Ben, I'm not loving it. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm not hating it. I think Roach Baneling is a very difficult attack to hold under any circumstance. And the thing that we have to also recognize is that KingKong did not go standard 14 gas 14 pool. He was very aggressive with his. It was like a 13 gas 12 pool or some variation like that. So he's not got a whole lot of drones. He's not working off of a very powerful economy.
That's very true, actually. And now it looks like KingKong's not at all ready for this.
Yeah, he's super limited in the resources he has to commit to this defense. He's got a Spine Crawler. He's making more Banelings.
Check that out. He's making a double wall of Roaches. 3 and 3. and he has a couple options here. He can continue on with the attack, which is what it looks like he's going to be doing. He can also just go into regular standard play.
Wow, actually, the roaches of KingKong could give him what he needs to defend.
Yeah.
Here we see those roaches are out. Nestea's going to have to micro for his life, and it's not going to work, man. There's no chance.
Oh! Yeah, I don't think so.
Absolutely crushed. Well played here from KingKong, managing at the last second to pull some roaches out of his hat and turn Nestea around. Both players quickly return to droning at 16 harvesters to 15 as Nestea is sprinting back home. What a funny early game here. is in spite of how wonky it is, both players find themselves basically in the same kind of a situation. So obviously this is something that's kind of common on the Korean ladder, I guess. A situation that's
I don't even know, man.
familiar.
It just feels so awkward to be going one base roaches. But there was an attack over here into the main base. Nothing really
6 drones.
big. Oh. So 6 drones, pretty considerable. I guess there was banelings. I thought it was zerglings.
Yeah, a couple of lings turned into banelings and waddled into the mineral line, and that means that Nestea is going to have a small advantage, and he's going to be able to sit at the top of this ramp and...
What? You see this, Ben?
Yeah, this is weird, man. This reminds me of early day Wings of Liberty when we just played one base.
Let's get everything.
First it was one base speedling baneling, and then we learned that roaches are kind of okay in that situation. Then we learned that lings kind of kill roaches.
And so he's getting +1 missile attack. I would assume it could be +1 carapace, but
I don't really understand this attack, Nestea. He's got 8 roaches against 8 roaches. 4 lings aren't going to change things much. Nestea needs to expand, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just doing it the safest way he can, expanding with his creep, with that spine crawler. And that's going to put him maybe a little bit behind in terms of bases, but he does have a 7 drone lead.
Things are tough, man. Yes, there is that 7 drone lead, but I mean, you have a lot of power with those roaches that are coming on up, and that's going to change a little bit. Of course, it's better with the order for Nestea of getting the drones first and then the roaches. But he is behind in the hatchery. That's pretty big.
13 roaches against 8. Oh, Nestea, you better burrow that spine crawler.
He loses the Overlord, which actually affects him too.
Make some units. He is trying to produce some units. Here we go. Roaches are going to go ahead and engage. Nestea's going to pick off a roach before the fighting ever really starts. That's a great pickup. He might get a second one because of those lings. Might he get a third? So Nestea with some incredibly important pickups here. 13 roaches against 8 quickly becomes 10 against 8. And finally, he's overextended a bit. He's going to be able to retreat, though, back to this spine crawler, which is repositioned. Is in a great spot now. So Nestea has, again, demonstrated just brilliant decision-making and understanding of the game. With the spine crawler, there's no chance of KingKong breaking through here. And now, finally, we've reached 2 bases against 2 bases.
And check out that army tab. Pretty much exactly similar. And income tab, pretty close. Nestea now pulling ahead. It was 26 to 26 for a very long time. Of course, that's going to go up and down, but the layer advantage now going to Nestea. Those extra 7 drones he had
This is a weird game.
for like 30 seconds is really coming into effect right now, and that's why Nestea has that small advantage.
Yeah.
Not to mention +1. Completely forgot about +1 missile attack.
Yep, that's finished. Now we're getting +1 armor. So Nestea, I guess, just going to make his way up to some kind of 2-base roach play with the advantage of an upgrade, which can be sizable. We're going to have to wait and see how much it comes into play. Lair for KingKong nowhere in sight, and this could be a problem. In fact, KingKong is continuing to produce roaches. I wonder if he's going to go for just a big hatch-tech roach attack.
Definitely could be. If we see production
He's not making anything. He's
we don't see.
Trying to scout. What's going on?
We don't see any drones at all, so it's going to be roaches and zerglings.
Yep. Roach speedling.
Seems reasonable.
One final all-in to save the day or to end it. KingKong, with 28 speedlings, this could be the magic number. Nestea does have the critical +1 roach attack, though, Andre, and that means that roaches 2-shot zerglings. He's building roaches. He realizes that this attack is coming. It's 16 roaches for Nestea against 15. That's good enough if you don't factor in the lings. 28 speedlings on their way across the map. This is going to be very tough. It's going to be very close. A lot of it's going to come down to the engagements. Queens coming down to lend their support. Oh my God, banelings are also going to be added to the mix. This could actually be the deal breaker. Nestea knows he's got to fight at this ramp. He's got to keep this spine crawler relevant for as long as he possibly can.
Did +1 Carapace already finish?
Yep. Nope.
No, he
He
canceled it.
canceled it to have more money for units.
Very
He's gonna have to
smart.
split up these roaches as well as he can. So far, it looks pretty good for Nestea. His spine crawler goes down to the banelings, but look at the great concave, and the queens are gonna absorb some baneling hits. Nestea defends brilliantly. And just like that, KingKong gets shut down a third time in a row. Nestea still has it, man. The lings finally blanketing the roaches, but there are not enough. The roaches are too good. Good game gets called. Incredible Miracles. Nestea with a 3-0 score cinches his spot in the Premier League and will join us once more at the top of the 2014 America competition.
That's right. As crazy as that was, the game lends itself to Nestea having the advantage. He's used to those positions where nobody knows what the heck they're doing anymore, but he understands relative advantages so well, and that's where he's able to exploit his opponent. He knows exactly how to defend against things, even though who in their right mind starts off with speedlings into roaches off of one base
nuts, man.
into evolution chamber expand? It just doesn't make sense, but this is the type of stuff that Nestea is used to. I shouldn't say used to, but this is the type of situation he gets into, and that's why he's able to win so consistently.
Liggy predicted 75% in favor of a KingKong victory by 3-1. Final score, Nestea wins 3-0. The Nestea factor saying, get out of here. Get out of here with your math. Guys, we're going to take a break. When we get back, it's the STC versus El Capitan. Root Cats will try to make his way into the Premier League. Don't go anywhere.